Today's poem I want to read you with this cool illustration. Happy Wildcard Wednesday, my friends. In hopes you are surprised by the way I inspire you to rise, because it's time we became wise to the United States government, who will be your demise. Now, this is the cool picture I have put out there on social media. So there's that cool picture. It's of an eagle, a fierce eagle, with the flag all wrapped around it and fists wrapped, ready to fight. So and that's why I go out there with this MMA gear, right? It seems like it's become somewhat of a signature of mine. I don't have my MMA gloves on now, and I don't necessarily want it to be a signature, but here's the thing: is it's whatever works, right? So if I have the gloves on, well, I'm ready to fight. If I'm wearing a suit coat with a flag, now you know who I'm ready to fight for or against, depending on. I'm here to fight for the people, right? And the flag represents the U.S. of A. people, the country, and it's we the people who have elected other people to run said country, and I'm sorry, but they have done a piss poor job.
I can agree with that for sure.
Yeah, and I think everybody does, and just most people I talk to is like, too far gone. I'm just gonna ride it out. I'm like, really? How's that going to work out for you? It's somebody else's job, and I elect somebody for that. Point being is this is an election year, and we have two people basically that are being put out there. You have Biden and Trump that are running. Everybody else has been shadowed, right? And so now. Everybody's like, well, he's a felon. I'm like, well, he's a senile old man. And I'm like, what? This is the United States of America, and the best we can do, right? Kind of reminds me of that movie with Bruce Willis, Armageddon. And they brings, I love movies, right? They bring in, Bruce Willis because he was a oil digger out in the ocean. And they bring into him, and he's like, they're showing him their plans. He's like, this is the best the United States government can do to save the world? Really? And I'm like, wow. I'm like, well, movies are awesome, but point being is this is the best we can do to save our world, is what we do out there today, which is accept what's coming. It's like, okay, well, I see an asteroid coming my way, I'm just going to watch it. Now, I'm all about it. Say, if you can't do nothing, then, well, I'm going to stand right up in front and watch the end, right? Why not have the best view? But and have fun doing it, of course. But if you have a chance, you got hours or days or weeks or years to prevent some kind of destruction on Earth, level of chaos that, like a nuclear bomb goes off somewhere. I mean, that's going to do some serious damage and for quite some time, right? Well, we already see the level of damage that's been done to our country and our world over time. Is it better to be impacted all by once, or is it to slowly realize the destruction that has happened right in front of your own eyes? And then, of course, I'm like, well, if your attitude right now is, it's going too far, and I can just watch this, and I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I'm like, well, I guess you deserve what you get, right? But I hope people step forward and contribute much more in our world. And, well, how are they going to do that? Well, wonder how they're going to do that? By making friends. That is how you do that, right? So my idea here is that I always have a plan, and my plan is to make as many friends as possible. So no matter what comes our way, I got friends. I got people that are going to get my back, and I'm going to get theirs, and we're going to make sure that that is the case. And as more and more of us stand together, that obstacle that may appear in one person's eyes, well, when there's two, and then there's 200, and then there's 200,000, well, I don't think the United States government is going to look like too much of an obstacle when the level of chaos is happening to everyone. It's just a matter of what time you decide to stand up and contribute to fixing that level of chaos. I always like to say it like this. It's like people are waiting. You got them two people that are running for office, and they're like, you're waiting for one man to get in office. One man here's going to supposed to save the world, and this other man, well, we already know what he's doing, but so other people believe in him like he's the next Hail Almighty because he's patting himself on the back so much with Camilla Harris. I'm like, oh, are you serious? You're doing a great job with this economy, huh? And food and gas prices are astronomical. I'm like, seriously? And like I said, they both. Well, I'm not here to bash the candidates. I'm here to say the problem is the system. But it doesn't matter who you put in office. The whole system is corrupt. So there's going to come a time where you're going to realize that this is really happening to you and everything they do. And they're like, okay, well, I don't want to see everybody saying, it's like, wow, I had a chance to do something about that years ago or weeks ago, and I said, I'm nothing I can do now. And now when it's 100 times worse, what are you going to do? But as we form friendships along the way, because we're all in this together. If we form friendships, then we're going to have a lot more to say. And as anyone who is not as strong as the next one, because it's camaraderie, friendships that we stand behind. When we get together like that, remember, this is getting together for a movement towards the betterment of our society.